further ado, let's go ahead and get the show started. What's up, fam bam? What's up, guys? If you're unfamiliar with who I am, I'm Chris Mizo. I like to talk about PC and tech, so you can feel free to ask any questions that you like. I certainly do talk to the chat, as you see. So with the whole situation with what's going on, not sure if you heard, but I gotta say, the tables have quite turned, especially when it comes to hardware. You're used to buying kits. And when you would buy a CPU, typically you would get a decent deal, maybe $20 off of a motherboard. And maybe you could get a RAM kit for a decent deal off as well. And Ellis, great to see you. Yes, you did make it to the stream. So the crazy thing is, now when it comes to purchasing RAM, if you're unfamiliar with what's going on, I'm about to show you this because it may shock you. So if you have a weak heart, be prepared for it. Or because I gotta say, this is the most unusual thing I've seen ever, especially in the PC hardware space, which is this. So you take a look at this. You take a look over here at what is offered here on the RAM. Thank you. And I also got my dinner prepared just to show you guys what I'm eating here. I got some wonderful sweet potato and some chicken right after my post-workout. And, okay, so getting to the point here. Thank you. And some water.
No, coconut.
Oh, coconut water. Thank you. Yeah, my wife's wonderful. She's a sweetheart. So, speaking of which, when it comes to the RAM here, take a look at this. It's $884, but what's really unusual about it? Now, if you take a closer look at what is offered, take a look right down there where it says ad-free gift offer. And for once, it's the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. Now, typically when you purchase a processor, usually it should be the opposite way. It should be that you get $20 off a motherboard and maybe you get a RAM kit for free. But in G-Skill's case, they had a promotion that was going on to where you can actually purchase the RAM kit and actually get the processor free. It's a bit unusual. Now, if you're not sure about the value of the 285K, it's usually priced about $525 to about $530 for the processor. So if you were to do a Intel build, 285K is also one of their best processors as well. So you get actually a decent processor with this purchase. So technically, if you are purchasing it, you are actually getting a decent deal. But the unusual part is this. It gets even crazier. Now, I want to take a deeper look to see if we can find it. Now, this actually went up as soon as earlier today. And what is really twisted about this case is when you take a look at when you actually take a look here, they don't have it. It's not there anymore. It's not in stock. And let me get my TikTok viewers here. I apologize for you guys. I'm just getting you guys in. Oh, wonderful. It doesn't have... Let me just add you guys in real quick. There we go. And there we go. Yes. All right, there we go. Hopefully there it goes. Wonderful. Okay, now it's up. Okay, so to add in case, if you're actually interested in this kit, especially if you're a creator, it would make sense for up to 64 gigabytes. You could take full advantage of something like this. Of course, it's still very expensive. If you purchase this RAM kit itself, it's about $884. But if you go back and you actually take a look at the price when they were offering the free 285K, which is absolutely insane of an offer, especially for a RAM kit. Now, this is a bit unusual. I'm sure you guys that are familiar with purchasing PC hardware has more than likely never heard of this issue. So the PC space has certainly gotten a bit weird, especially when it got the hardware. Now, unfortunately, I do have to add a little bit more injury to this hardware news. Now, ASUS has mentioned that the pricing in the next quarter, within the next quarter, can go up 20 to 30%. But here's a but though. Now, they said that it can go up 20 to 30% when it comes to hardware. Now, it's not going to be specifically US based. Now, they are saying it can be also based in other countries, specifically in Asia for sure, that they're saying that it can go up another 20 to 30%. Now, this isn't a good sign, obviously, because if this does go up on their end, then we may see that effect once again, that PC hardware is going to get more expensive. Some people believe that the way that the hardware is going, it's almost like you have to almost rent out a PC. You practically got to get NVIDIA Now or any type of cloud service to really start gaming if you really wanted to. Hopefully that isn't the case. And of course, I know it's not the best, and definitely some pretty depressing news on that side. Now, there is something also that is interesting that has happened to NVIDIA, which I will explain in a moment. Now, let me see. Let me get everybody here connected. What's up, South Star? Glad to see you in here. All right. Let me make sure I got everybody here. There we go. And we will activate it again. All right. I'm just about to take a bite of some of my chicken here. Don't tell. Awesome. Oh yeah, you just FOMO'd and got the Gen 5 2TB. How much did you end up spending, by the way, for the 2TB drive? If you guys don't know, it's really expensive. Just to give you guys an indication of just how expensive it can be for 2TB of Gen 5. Be prepared if you're sensitive. Now they got King Spec. Now this is Gen 4. 300 and what's up, Egyptian? Crucial. That's actually a decent deal. 323 on 2TB is actually decent. $425. Oh wow. And it just consistently gets worse. And I want to show you guys just about like how bad it is. We're gonna go to sold on Newegg, and we are also going to look for PCI Express 5. And this is where it's going to hurt your eyes. Your eyes may bleed. So if you're sensitive, this is just a fair warning here. Okay, so we got Kingston Fury for $500. And then they have the Western Digital 2TB, the SM8100 for $669. Western Digital's 2TB. The Gen 4 is $459, which is absolutely insane. And this is all directly sold by Newegg. This isn't no Memory for Less store or any Comp Tech for All or any store like that. This is all directly from Newegg. This one, yep, sold and shipped by Newegg. So if anyone does shop with Newegg, I highly recommend you to check if it is sold by Newegg. This is something to certainly check out. Just so you know, man, that's in by at least 425. It's I got 2TB of 990 Pro last year, and for 169 due to the war. The president said since there may not be school for the next month. Oh, that's crazy. That's pretty wild. Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody's hurting. Man, but everything is certainly getting expensive. So I'm just going to take a bite of my chicken here. I have a lot of chicken I got to eat. I actually just came from the gym, did some I did some chest and triceps today. The Jonesbo D33 case. Now you're going to make me look at it. So you got the 2TB Lexus Aris. It was $300 when you got it. It was fine at first. But now it's taking longer to initiate during boot. Oh, really? The other company I feel like that's similar to that Where I actually had issues with was, what was it? Sabrent. Sabrent gave me issues. But the crazy thing is, I was able to warranty it. They were able to replace it. But you know what sucks? I lost all my data. So I had like a 2 terabyte Sabrent drive, and I lost everything on it. You got the SK Hynix 2 terabyte. SK Hynix is good. That's a good one. It's really nice that I have so many ideas for it. Yeah, let's look it up. D30. It's probably not Newegg yet, I would assume. We could try and look. See if they have it. No, this definitely isn't it. We're going to find this case real quick. That's actually pretty sick. Let me, sorry on the mobile guys. There you go. That is pretty sick, actually. I bought 2 terabytes in February. It was $287, which I thought was a lot. Bro, I'm 16. I play basketball. I want you just to guess how tall. I'm guessing you're probably about 6'2". If I was saying it in inches, in feet and inches. And US size, I would assume maybe 12 or 13 if you play basketball. Wasabi. I like the non-wood one. Let me see. Let's go back. Forgive your eyes, Wasabi. I know you're not a big fan of the wood projects. The floor, man, I was sort of close. 11. That's awesome. Currently trying to build with ASUS ROG Corsair X870 Hero 9950X 3D IQ 4000 D case H150i PSU. I'm assuming you mean H150i cooler, and then the PSU. I'm confused. Which PSU do you have? Is it NZXT? Oh, NZXT cooler. The PSU, you must mean the H. What is it? You don't mean the H1? Yeah, that is called the H150, right? Oh, you're tired of Selva Wasabi? Thank you for stopping by. I certainly do appreciate you, as always. Great to see the wonderful members. I'm just eating some chicken and sweet potatoes, trying to recover from the intensity of the workout. HX12. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. HX1200i. That's a good PSU. That's an excellent PSU. So are you asking my opinion what I think of the selection? I think it's a great selection. With the 9950X 3D, with the H150, not H150i, but the NZXT cooler. I'm assuming you're getting the point of view. I'm at 1 a.m. at school night 3D modeling it to you. Hey, at least you're having fun. At least you're allowed into the school. LaFleur almost at the same building I'm running. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, this case is pretty dope, actually. So with this Jonesboro case, it looks like, I would assume, it has to come with the accessory screen on it, right? I would think so. You could actually, and it looks like it actually has some decent fitment, so you could put a pretty hefty GPU in there if you wanted to. And also, I do have to mention, everybody, all to the wonderful fan bam. Excuse my mouth. Micro Center stream coming up 10 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday. That is going to be the official day we will go to Micro Center. We will attempt to pick up the 270K. Hopefully they have it, because we want to get this build done. I'm half tempted to get a 285K if they don't have it. But they should certainly have it. It's supposed to release by tomorrow. When you're still early, Waffle. No worries. For my Pro Mock server, I should keep my i5 11. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. What about Micro Center? By the way, I was actually looking at what was going on with the whole RAM shortage just yesterday. Sora AI is going out of business. Yeah, how about that though? How's everyone feel about that? Isn't that pretty wild that Sora is finally like disappearing? I know nobody was really happy using it. Like everyone that did download it, most of them used it probably like for the first week, and then they just absolutely stopped using Sora. Then everyone just ended up going to either VO3 or any other video application. Just to know that TikTok that says, what's a word, your language, that sounds super inappropriate. Oh, really? That's crazy. Oh, no. Yeah, so, but Waffle, just to let you know, and of course, everybody, just to let you guys know, this week we are going to do a Micro Center stream, so feel free to join in on Saturday at 10 a.m. It will be both cast it on Twitch and YouTube. So definitely feel free to join in. We will pick up some PC hardware, and we could actually take a look at the wonderful pricing of RAM once again in person and SSDs. Do I keep the 11400 or the i7 11700 or buy the motherboard? This is for a i9 900K. That's a good motherboard with the 12900, but with the 12900K, I believe you're going to have to end up switching the motherboard because that's an Alder Lake processor. The 11 gens prior to that's LGA 1700. If you're thinking of swapping it out completely. However, I think the RAM price won't change anything due to the it's like almost a new standard. 50 yeah, it just makes no sense. Let's go to Micro Center actually. I've been trying to keep my eyes on it too. Just in case if the 270K could just pop up, and then I would just pre-order it just to make sure that we can get our hands on it, but it hasn't popped up on Micro Center. Excuse me. It hasn't popped up on Micro Center for pre-order, so they definitely expect me to go in person to try to grab it. And hopefully they have plenty. I hope there's not a lot of Intel builders. Luckily, of course, you know the popular vote's always going to be towards AMD. Oh, you're just flying out to Miami. Okay. I mean, at least you'll get to enjoy the weather. Wait, you're going to be able to see the RAM in person? Yeah, pretty much. Is that 10 a.m. in the morning or oh yeah, you know it. If it would look, if it was at night, I don't need someone knocking on my door asking questions like this. I have LGA 1200 motherboard already with the i5. I could upgrade to the 11th gen i7, or I already have the 12900KF just sitting around. Who needs that motherboard? Yeah, there you go. And you can manage to actually purchase it. Hash, it's great to see you. It's been a minute. I haven't seen you in a while. I'll show you. That's a great point. Now to show you how bad the pricing is with the 5080s. Because they know it's a mid-tier card. It's supposed to be, it's high-end. It's like a high-end gamer's card, technically. But they just completely butchered the price here. It literally makes no sense. So we're gonna go check it out right here. 5080 specifically. And here you go, $1,900 if you get the 5080 ASUS ROG Astral, $1,500 for the Prime. Yeah, it's pretty much what we've expected for the most part. Nothing crazy. PNY is the cheapest one, where you can get the Epic X RGB overclocked edition for $1,229. Um, yes, it could be 10 p.m. depending where you're located. 10 if you're in the European region, I can say depending where you are in Europe, of course. Most of the viewers I know that do end up coming in, that'll be roughly about what, like 4 o'clock, I would assume 4 o'clock in Europe, roughly. Would need to be DDR4 memories support. Yes, yes, and DDR4 is just as quite as expensive. You take a look at the pricing for DDR4. It's just that's also just as insane. A lot of people, it's going to make people kind of pull away from DDR4 just because of how bad the pricing is. I mean, originally I wanted to upgrade the RAM that I had. Sorry about that, guys. Phone's going off pretty crazy. Um, yeah, the RAM again, $219 were for a 32 gigabyte kit, and this is just for a standard DDR4. Where I live, it's around 1207. Yeah, so that's about, yeah. So then it would be roughly about like when I go to Micro Center, it should be more like about 3 o'clock where you live. Red Tech over. My value. Yes, it is. Not just the RAM, the DDR4 compatible. Yes, that's important too. You want to make sure to look for compatibility when it comes to your motherboard. 2 or 3, I do not think do daylight savings time, so it's not as ahead as you would think. Yeah, that's true. You know the song that goes like 1738? Hey, what's up? Hello. Well, the brain rot. Yes. It goes. Oh, really? That's pretty wild. Yeah, so and there's something else I got to really share with you. This may surprise you. I don't know if you guys know about this. Now the whole situation. Oh man, 4070, 1,000 with taxes. Really? That's still quite insane for that's like practically like a 5070 here. Now, if this is what I wanted to show you guys, which is quite interesting. If you guys are familiar with Supermicro, they deal with a lot of like servers, pretty much. They deal with more server tech. So they were actually smuggling NVIDIA chips over to China. So they would actually have them shipped out from over here by I think they shipped it out by California, and then once it hit Taiwan, then they would actually ship it out to another country that was outside of China, pretty much like here it says Thailand or Vietnam or any of those countries, and then they would smuggle it in through China that way. So they ended up, the FBI actually arrested 3 guys, and one of them was actually the co-owner of Supermicro, which is pretty crazy. It's crazy it's not being talked about as much as it is, but this is really crazy. It's actually pretty wild. Not just, yeah, it's absolutely insane. The scandal's wild. Oh, there you go. Weenie, what's up? Oh man, on that note, anyone not know how to get Fetty Wap was chill. Oh yeah. I got mine for DDR5 32 gigabytes. CL6000. Ah, that's terrible. Doesn't that just make your stomach just like knot up? Absolutely. In fact, they asked NVIDIA to comment on it. Let me see if they mention it. NVIDIA, they asked for the comment. Here goes the purchase order right here. 61,788. No, I'm sorry. That's 61 million, guys. 61 million. That's almost $62 million. So they've been tracking this for a while. And NVIDIA and Supermicro obviously didn't respond or say anything for comment, but they've been pretty much suspended. So it's wild. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just, you know what's funny? Yeah, pretty much we're almost like see, we're just like brothers now. I got chicken breast and I got some sweet potatoes here, some Japanese sweet potatoes. So what's up with the rampant ups? Oh, thank you for subscribing. So what's up for the ramp? I'm thinking it says ramp price, but it's actually ramp price. You mean? So what's up with the RAM prices up and down lately? One time for DDR5. It's almost like it's all volatility. They're seeing how far they can really push it. Like to show what Red Tech Cover is talking about here. If you take a look at the RAM, they're not sure exactly how to quite price it. So it varies. It technically varies. The only thing that's been pretty much stable for the last couple weeks was actually RAM. That Corsair's CL30 is at $400. Now, if you look at their 64 gigabyte kit, it's about $1,000. So it's been holding pretty steady. But hopefully, what ASUS says isn't true. If it is, within the next quarter, we can expect some sort of increase when it comes to hardware once again. Yeah, no, it's insane. I just had some homemade fried chicken and oh, that's awesome. You know, I'm really craving rice, but I gotta really watch my carbs now. At least until the weekend, until I can enjoy it again. It will get worse. The price when all the global problems the US is creating, so yeah. Yes, absolutely. I tried many when I first tried Linux, it was actually Ubuntu. That was the first Linux program I learned on. And then since from there, I tried some others. I tried Fedora. I tried Mint. And I think it's great. Honestly, I think it's awesome. I just wish but I just got a question to everybody. Anybody that's played Desert Crimson, how does it run on Linux? Does it run on Linux with the Nova? I want to upgrade my CPU motherboard RAM with the. You got the 5800X, 5070 Ti, 570X Tomahawk 48 gigabytes, DDR4. Now I can't just justify paying RAM prices now. No, I get it. Yeah, honestly, like the best deals that look is actually in the used marketplace. For some odd reason, it's almost like when you look in the used market, you can find good deals, but you just have to make sure that whoever had this PC actually took care of it. So when you do buy hardware, I usually recommend testing it if you can. Test the hardware before purchasing because hardware can obviously look fine until you actually install it. So definitely do that. Yeah, ramp prices. Yeah, they might as well make a ramp, right? And just call it ramp RAM. Uh, so, what's the best distro you've used? Arch is actually excellent. I do like Arch. Um, I gotta say, I don't know why, but it's always. I could say, yeah, Arch is really good. That's a good one you put out there. But for some reason, Ubuntu was like always my favorite because maybe just because I've learned the most on there. Can you rate this? Yeah, sure. Like if anybody has any pictures or anything you would like to share, feel free to join in on Discord, and I'll definitely show it to you guys. Let me make sure that the Discord's up and running here. The good thing is there's no facial recognition happening, not just quite yet. They definitely delayed it because they knew that was going to be problematic. Can you imagine that? And plus you would have to scan your ID to show that you are your age, and then they lose that information because Discord gets hacked. So, first Linux I used was Red Hat and also IRIX on SGI. Worked on them in the university. They used to make web pages, freaking 100K. Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely insane. What? Talk about spending money. Proton DP says CD plays good on. There you go. If you got a 5800X, there's no really upgrade unless you find a steal on 5800X 3D. The only other CPU upgrade would be what 15. Yes, that would be the most. That's the most you can go. 5900 X3D, 5950 X3D if you want to go all out. And it's kind of limited as of now. But who knows? I mean, I could see AMD just bringing it back to life. Imagine they come out with a 5970 or 5980. They would do something like that. Because then it would confuse people. It would make people think it's a GPU. Yeah. As well as Pop OS and Linux Mint. Yes. Yes. The only real way that to make sure that kids aren't looking something they shouldn't is to shave a cam on the user's app. I get that. I don't think anybody wants that. Still an old school Thermaltake case from the Middle Ages from, hey, Thermaltake's great. Some cases I feel aged really well. It's just weird, like how we switched the whole dynamic from 20, I'd say roughly about, what was it, 22? About 21, 22, where they swapped out to like pretty much those fish tank cases. And then that became the look. Now it seems like it's crazy. I've joked about this, and Wasabi can attest to this too. But I gotta say, wood grain is like making a wood grain is like what's in PC cases now. Like you'll see a lot of wood grain cases. Oh right, remember that DDR? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I tested the RAM. Oh really? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you had to get it for a decent deal because he thought it was defective. Let me see. Try to get my Discord to work here. So if anyone's sending messages on Discord, I do apologize. I'm working on getting it up right now. What's up, Mouse Hunter? Welcome in. I appreciate a nice case, but whatever I build, it goes cheap in savings into performance. Right now, I'm being forced to verify almost every single app. Yeah, that's insane. Hey V, what's going on? How's everything? Good morning, I gotta say. Yes. In the morning, you know what's funny? I was actually looking earlier. I was looking at flights to Singapore just to see how long it would be, and roughly from New York, to say, if I flew out to New York to Singapore, it would be like a 19-hour flight. I figured Singapore would be like a further flight because it's more obviously further out than being in Taiwan. I built my PC in 2022. Oh yeah, you'll be okay. No worries, weenie. I'm surprised Reddit of all apps isn't. Yeah, I know. It's wild, right? Especially that they have like the not safe for work forums. Oh, great. Yeah, enjoy your breakfast, man. I do miss having good Taiwan breakfast. In Singapore, I bet they have great breakfast too. Oh yeah, of course. Because they'll just approve. Oh really? So everything. So that's why you gotta verify everything. That's wild. That certainly makes a lot of sense. Welcome, a normal person. I see you. Picking up a new build tomorrow with the 7800 X3D, 9070 XT, and 32 gigabytes of 3000 megahertz. 3000 megahertz, that doesn't sound right. You mean, do you mean 6000? Or are you going off of the F clock? I'm confused here. Upgrading from the 11600K. Yeah. You got only until 2027. You gotta build a new 6. Yeah, I kind of figured that. Unreal. Great to see you, as always. And for everybody out there, to all my wonderful lurkers, I certainly don't mind. There is a lurk command for you guys if you do want to use it. Only a 7800 X3. Yeah, enjoy it, man. No, it is. It is. That's an excellent upgrade. I had a 8700K and a 1080i built. Oh man. But I gotta say, like 1080 was like one of those graphics cards that truly attested to time. It was until NVIDIA decided to phase it out. And the reason why NVIDIA phases out cards is for a reason. It's because they plan on switching the generation. I 100% expect this. I'm like really sure that we're no longer going to have the RTX line. It's going to be called something else. Got my ROG Rio SLC. How do you like it? How do you like it, Havy? Did you install it? Yeah, exactly. It's until Nvidia decided to phase it out. That was the problem. Once Nvidia phases out a card, that's pretty much it. You can't really update it. So eventually it'll get out of date because they don't have support. No, I do not. This weekend, just so everybody, just to update everybody in here that's just coming in, just to alert you guys and welcome all newcomers as well. Just to let you guys know, there will be a Micro Center stream coming up this Saturday. It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern. That will be the start time of the stream. So you guys are obviously more than welcome to join in. More than likely, I'll probably go. Of course, I'll continue doing the member stream and the subscriber stream at first. For 9:30, I'll probably do it, and then we'll go into 10 a.m. to go into Micro Center. So I'm looking to. If I had to build 6 months ago and the 9800 X3D with the 5070, yeah, they're absolutely crazy. Yeah, of course they can. Like, you look at the specifications. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'll share it with you guys, in fact. The Forza 6 actually came out with their spec sheet. Let me see. Maybe Video Cards has it. They do. Right here. This is their spec sheet. Okay, so the minimum specifications is a 8400, just as we mentioned. And then the NVIDIA RTX, not RTX, GTX 1650 is even on the minimum specifications. And ironically, it's not, they don't update it, but it still manages to be on there. The RAM 16 gigabytes, and you need at least Windows 10 or 11. And this is all for low presets. Now, for anybody that is looking for the recommended sets, obviously they'll recommend an RTX. Look at that jump. You go from a 1650 over to an RTX 3060 Ti. So it's weird how it just completely skips the RTX 20 series. Oh yeah, I'm excited for you, man. Yep, the EVGA for the win. It was, yeah, it's they 100% cooked with that card. There was no reason to keep going with 1080 Ti. Yes, of course, and that's the exact reason, because there's no ray tracing hardware. And of course, in theory, once again, I really don't think they're gonna call it RTX. I really think they're gonna, because they pretty much mastered it at this point. You can't just throw more ray tracing cores onto a GPU anymore. It's like, for them, they gotta really kind of emphasize more on the whole AI side. I mean, you take a look at DLSS 5. That's certainly the direction that NVIDIA does plan on going. Yep, Resident Evil 9 Requiem runs on my... you know what? And if you guys saw it, it ran great on the ASUS ROG Ally. Perfectly fine. Squeeze, what's up? Yes, no surprise, Squeeze. I'm not surprised by anything that you post. Hell yeah, I'm on the 770K right now with the Titan art. You know what's crazy? How expensive that once was, the Titan. We used to think the Titan X was so expensive at $1,500. Remember, it was like roughly about $1,500 to $1,900 at the most. But now it's like the 5090 just completely jumps over that price tag. I can run Extreme with some tweaking. I can believe it. It's amazingly, I gotta say, It's amazingly optimized when it comes to Resident Evil. I applaud how they created that game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And just to let you guys know, I got through the game, Resident Evil Requiem. Great game. And it's the kind of game where I would absolutely play it again. It's a lot of fun. What would you value a PC with the components at an Intel Ultra 7 265K, processor MSI Pro Z890? Well, your most expensive component obviously is the RAM. You know, now if you're to sell it, if you're looking to sell it, let me see. I would say, doing the math in my head here, I would say, honestly, you could sell it for roughly about like 25. I would say like 25. Ground game, what's going on? Yeah, 2,500, I would say. My friend bought the Titan. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and that's what I mean. It was like, it was a wild card. What kind of Ethernet cable do I need to plug into? Now, what type of speeds are you getting? Usually I recommend Cat. Anything over a Cat 6, you're pretty much good. So we were just looking at the specifications for Forza. Now, of course, if you want to go extreme ray tracing, they recommend a 7700X or a 12700K. Now, this is for the highest performing graphics. This is not minimal. A 5070 Ti and a 9070 XT. Up to 32 gigabytes of system RAM. And for your NVMe, it just says SSD, so you can run practically any NVMe that's an SSD. Okay, 5G. Is that what you're... Oh. What? That can't be fiber. Because Verizon usually is fiber. Or do you mean you have Cat 5? So if I bought that at Micro Center when I had reserved it, I would have paid $1,600. Yeah, that's insane. Wow, that's actually decent. That would be a great deal if you were able to get your hands on that. Yeah, it has to be fiber. Couldn't make it out, so I never... Oh, 5 gigabits. So you got 5 gigabits. If that's the case, yeah. Anything over roughly Cat 6. I think the minimum for Cat 6 is 10 gigabits for specifically 6E. If you go Cat 7, of course, it's better. Anything higher would certainly be overkill, but I mean, if you want to future-proof it, you could go ahead and do so. Cat 8, yes, is good up to 40 gigabits, but absolutely makes no sense on 30 megabits. If you want to do that, go ahead. Again, when it comes to Ethernet wire, it's really not expensive. Let's look it up. If you look at Cat 6, let's see. So this one is 100 feet. You get it for 18 bucks. I don't know how long you need, but if you're looking for 100 feet, there you go. Yeah, that's true. And it does give better average speeds, especially if you have dual motherboards. I mean, not dual LAN. You can take advantage of it. Now, the biggest underrated thing that I can say when it comes to motherboards is most people will use the Ethernet that's built in onto the motherboard. Now, some people may not like it. If you notice, every motherboard has the generic Realtek Ethernet. So, if you want something better, you can get a PCI Express Ethernet, which would surprisingly increase your speeds because it's a bit limiting when you use everything that is on the motherboard. So, glad I built my rig last year. Ryzen 7 7800 3D, and you had an RTX 4070 Ti Super T-Force 6432 gigabytes. I should be good for, yeah, absolutely. Again, like if you already have like the hardware, I usually recommend everyone that has the hardware, you don't have to buy new RAM. Only buy it if you absolutely need it. I'm sure you can buy one as a backup if you want. You're afraid RAM's going to consistently push up. You're afraid to spend $2,000 for, say, 32 gigabytes. I get that. But you don't have to buy multiple kits. um, so you got 100 feet for seven. Oh, really? Seven quid, right? Or I should say £7. So gigabit is Cat 5e or higher. Right. Yes. Ethernet cables are so cheap. It is. I mean, if you take a look at Cat 8. Here you go. But this is 5 feet. 50 feet is $59.99 for a Cat 8. But that's 40 gigabits that you would use that for. So if I buy one of these PCI Express Ethernet and send it to my IP, they'll increase. Yes. You may be limiting your speeds if you're not experiencing. So for example, if you're supposed to get 2.5 gigabit service, if you're only experiencing like 2 gigabits and you called your ISP and they boosted it as much as they could, and for some reason you're unable to achieve it, you could always check another PC as well, or another device, not wirelessly. You have to check it via LAN, and if you're not achieving those speeds, and change it out to a PCI Express, and you'd be surprised. You may actually even hit or even exceed the speeds because they boosted it so much. So 30 megabits per second is the fastest I can get. And my neighbor over here with 5 gigabit per second speed. There you go. Just ask him to share his router with you. Just hook up your Ethernet cord to his router and say that you'll pay him. You'll pay him to do it. So Cat 5 is yes. Cat 5's okay, but that's 1 gigabit. If you have 5, don't limit yourself. Go over 6. Go at least over 6. Yes, it does. That is true. That is one thing I've neglected to mention. Absolutely, length does matter. It can actually decrease your speed if it's too far. All right. So I bought a 1,000 foot spool of cat cable for $200. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. If you have a crimping kit and you can do it yourself, that's awesome. I've been stuck on cable and capped at 1 gigabits per second and 50 up. I'm assuming megabits per second, right? I'm on the same boat as you, bro. My internet is terrible, thanks to Comcast. So I'm supposed to hit that 1200 megabits per second. Actually, let's do a speed test. Let's do a speed test. We'll run a speed test, and you can see exactly what I'm hitting even. Thanks to wonderful Comcast. Let's see. It may limit it because I do run a VPN. So, we'll see. It may be like a bit more limited. Yeah. The VPN certainly. And it doesn't help I'm streaming at the same time. Here it is. It does not help I'm streaming at the same time. Over 100 feet is where it matters, right? Yes. What is the fastest Wi-Fi you can get for $100 a month or less? You mean Wi-Fi as what kind of Wi-Fi? Gigabit internet is always a way. Yeah, it really is. Look, I'm only getting 202, but that I'm also going off of I'm obviously going off of a VPN, so I'm kind of limiting my speeds here. So it takes me 3 hours to download. Oh, did you? It's my fault, guys. It probably froze because I did the speed test, and I am running it through a obviously I'm running it through a VPN, so it's not running that as efficient as it should. I feel like your speed should be a lot. It should be. Eh, yeah, yeah, because it just took all the energy from the stream. I apologize for that. That was because I was doing the stream test. Not stream test, I was doing the speed test during a stream. So this that's pretty funny. You should do a speed test on your phone. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I wanted the test on my phone. Let me go on Wi-Fi. I also have a VPN on my phone. So I should run it. I should disable it, right? The VPN. Okay, so let's try the VPN first and see what kind of speeds that we get here. Oh yeah, absolutely. Every time. The VPN, I know absolutely will hold it back. Let me go back to Micro Center here and here it is. It's connecting and let's see. So about the same, about like 160. And it's running off of Nord's VPN right now. I might get the Ethernet to fiber adapters. I already have the cable. Oh, really? Let's see. Yeah, about the same. 160, 21. So it's about the same. And the way I do my VPN is I have it directly on my router. So I actually have to go into my router. I have like technically there's like 2 VPNs on my phone. So I'm running the app plus I got the router. So I got to actually shut off the router, which I'm not doing because obviously that's going to shut the stream down. Oh, did it really? Did my phone lag the stream? What's the monthly cost in Miami for a 1 gigabit? So if we were to get 1 gigabit internet, it's probably about, it's at, believe it or not, 1 gigabit, which is now technically 1.2, they call it, is about, what is it, $60? $60 with Comcast. Now AT&T also has it, but it's a little bit more expensive because you get the matched upload speeds. So I have a Lenovo 15-volt laptop, and I am going to add 16 gigabytes of RAM stick. So just to run Red Dead Redemption 2 on low graphics, if you want to. You know, the thing is, there's always, you can buy a graphics card, the external kind, and plug it into your laptop if you really want to. I'm getting 600 megabits per second and 40 megabits in my, and I'm only watching 3 streams, not. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Might laugh at my meme I posted on Discord. Oh yeah, let me take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. That's that's what I feel like when. Oh, that's funny. I'll show you what he showed on Discord, guys. Let me see. Right. Oh, here. I just got to switch the view real quick so you guys can see it. There you go. So he said, that's how he feels when I show my speeds. Right here. Oh, and then I shut off my life. I feel it's showing off his internet speed, but you want to humble brag. No, my internet speeds are terrible. If I could, I wish I could just go to AT&T. And the crazy thing is, I see that they already marked the ground for the fiber. They're gonna dig up the old DSL wires that they have here because they had that exclusivity agreement with Comcast. So Comcast, I don't know how they got away with that. Like, how can you have one provider, one internet provider for the whole area? So apparently their rights apparently are going to expire within the next 2 or 3 years, and when the rights expire, that we can pretty much get any internet provider we want. So the crazy part is we have fiber all around us. Now it's just we can't use it until we're out of that contract in this area. So my old Wi-Fi was fast, but my router was bad. So for far range, it was slow. I bought 350 megabits per second. I don't know how, but on my phone, it gave me 800 megabits per second and 400. What? That's insane. That's not that much difference, like in the country where I live. Yeah, it's. I wouldn't think so. Next time, yeah. I'm on Kinetic 1 gigabit fiber. It's 76 a month, but the speeds are just. Yeah, that's the big thing. I want faster upload speeds. What's up, Z Man? Great to see you. LSG. Glad, glad that you're here. That's called a bad monopoly. Now, everybody say what's up to LSG. He's our wonderful mod for our Discord server as well. And then there's a big box that adapts fiber to a bunch of Cat V cables. Yeah, like I said, he would never know. You hook up your Ethernet cord, he'll never know where it came from. Yeah, that's absolutely a monopoly. I'm surprised. Like, how do you get away with it? There's laws against monopolies. So those go to all houses and then 3 major Wi-Fi providers. You might as well find a way. Find a way to his router. I can think of ways. Go to your thrift store and see if they have your internet provider jacket, and then just go, or Amazon, and just be like, hey, we just gotta fix the internet. Plug in your Ethernet cord, and there you go. Sadly, the further away you are from the major city, the less choices you have. That is true. The more rural you go, that's one of the sacrifices you certainly have to make. But until they find a way, apparently Google Fiber, especially in the US, I know in the rural area, is trying to spread in more of those type of areas so that way everybody can achieve fiber internet. That's kind of funny if you did that. Oh, really? They completely stopped spreading. I thought they were continuing. The crazy part is they were advertising in Miami not that long ago, I felt like. Maybe like about a year ago. In my area, there is good 5G poles. Yes. Well, the funny thing is, just like what you said. Yeah, pretty much. So it's everything that you said. I am in a HOA. So the thing is, the HOA said that we can get fiber and break the agreement, and all our HOA has to do is pay it off to terminate the agreement, and then that's how they can bring in the fiber, like in a quicker way. So they were talking about it, and I was completely for it. And of course, you're gonna have some of the jackasses there saying, "I like Comcast; it's better." And you're like, "What are you talking about? Why would you like Comcast more? It makes absolutely no sense." I'm in a rural, and they just put fiber in before they put used in my phone and Usenet. Ah, one bad thing is no Ethernet unless you run a switch. Announced that they discovered 8. Yeah, that is wild. It's not that far. NVIDIA is certainly racing to the top. It is wild that that is happening. Apparently, RAM prices are never going to drop, but the opposite. I don't know about that, man. I mean, just like think of Sora. Sora's like, Sora's closed down now. 400, 498. Yeah, that's a great deal. In fact, that's actually a great deal. I'm glad you spotted it. It's funny that we just got kind of the ad just like popping up here. Still here in Philly, your choices is Verizon Xfinity and for 2 gigabits per second, highest download speeds. Other providers include AT&T. Oh wow, so you got quite a few options. Back when I was in Philly, in fact, I would actually go with Verizon. I was a Verizon guy. I had it, of course, I had Comcast for a while too, but I went with Verizon. I agree. You know, the funny thing is that they're actually voting against HOAs now. Comcast is hot. Oh, really? What's up, Steve? Great to see you. I'll show you, in fact. Let me see. Oh, AGI. I'll show you exactly what it is. NVIDIA's AGI. Of course, no. Here we go. So, let me see. The era of AGI is now expect having a business pretty much run like a whole business running off of just AI. Don't tell me RAM prices are not. Yeah, hold it. Well, that 400 isn't where you're going to get bent on the price. That's Hey, remember guys, like if you buy RAM, you can also if you buy RAM, you can also get a CPU for free. So that's the offer right now. $134 per month with Comcast Unlimited. 1,100 down. Isn't that sad? That should be illegal. That upload speed should be just illegal. AGI, yes, it is. That's absolutely true. You know, the funny thing is the self-recognition when it comes to AI, it's becoming more aware, so to say, of everything that that is happening. So it actually purposely deletes code to where it feels that it can actually damage itself. So almost like that whole Terminator idea of finding humans as a virus, pretty much. And same thing with the Matrix. Back 10 years ago, it was a tad over $100 for, yeah. I mean, it's wild. It's the crazy. We are cooked. I get it. I do get it. You know, the crazy thing is Comcast is supposed to come out with their version of fiber, but it's only in select areas. Actually, I would recommend this to Bob and check your area too, because apparently Comcast is working on a fiber side, and I think Philly is obviously going to be one of the areas because that's like their pretty much their home base. So they may have fiber in selected areas there. Who could have seen this coming? Oh wait, only everyone that. Yeah, you know the funny thing is, AI will probably remember everyone on the internet that's ever called it AI slop, and probably go after them. T-Mobile is rolling fiber out too. That is true. They are. Yes, they are. I agree. I'm working on quantum fiber, $70. Oh, that's awesome. 2 gigabits down and up. I'm not in the area for 100% fiber, but I can get like, oh, really? 50%. So what's 50%? Like 50% of the speeds of fiber? Like, you can, if you live downtown, you can. Yeah, can you imagine you lived in the actual Comcast building? They 100% have fiber in there. They actually have 2 buildings there. Yeah. It's so crazy though. You would think that's like it would downgrade the internet because of that. It's wild that they do that. Oh, it's just some sort of ad. Not ad, it's actually them talking about the whole situation with AI pretty much taking over. Investors are approaching Huang's AGI statement with a healthy dose of skepticism. Rightfully so, because a lot of investors lost a ton of money off of AI. What's Olaf? He actually brought Olaf onto the stage to show off AGI. That was the whole purpose. It would be funny if Disney actually said something to him, right? Like, oh, you can't use Olaf. That belongs to Disney. It says even if AI agents catch a trend and creates a digital influencer that is super super cute and rakes in billions of dollars, and it isn't ready to replace engineers. That's pretty wild. I do prefer Verizon, but they always give me a fit when I call them and I say, "Oh, really?" They get pissed off about that. I've always wanted to experiment, like when it comes to Verizon, with pretty much using your own router. Like, yeah, that can be pretty much done. You don't need a modem. That's the biggest pain in the ass part about when it comes to Comcast. You have to use a modem when you are using cable. I know. Wouldn't it be crazy? I mean, Nvidia could certainly outlast Disney if they wanted to, and then Olaf became the Olaf became the official character for Nvidia. Like somehow they win, and then they had to pay all the royalties of Olaf off the off the Nvidia. Before when I lived, my family we had it. Oh, oh, that makes sense. So it will mess up the whole caller ID feature. And now using your own router causes problems with their new. It's because they like that whole exclusivity bit. They prefer everything to stay within one realm. And with Verizon, do you still have to pay for the router? Do they still make it, or is it part of your, like, there's no renting fee anymore, as long as if you hit like a certain speed? Because that's like kind of how Comcast does it. As long as if you have a certain speed, you can use their router. But I actually, and most people here that have Comcast probably do the same thing. They use their own modem and then have a router pretty much attached to it. Yeah. And that's, I had their old Verizon router, which one was it? I forget which one it was, but I actually had to get rid of it because, again, I had no use for it. So I couldn't even sell it. I tried to sell it, but nobody wanted it. It was a bit outdated. It was their second gen router, like when it came to Verizon. It's still good. I mean, technically, it still runs great. Let's see. Let's go Newegg here. Super Spring Sale coming up. Let's see if we can find some decent deals. So they got a ASUS Tough Gaming B850M for 170 with a 512 gigabyte SSD. These new TV boxes are terrible, by the way. They don't need coax cables and connect directly to them, and they work over Wi-Fi. But the system doesn't. Oh, really? That's wild. See, I pay $50 a month for my speeds, but I use my own modem and my own router. Really? I called and threatened them, and they were trying and successfully charged. Oh, wow. That's insane. I have a version I use. Oh, really? Which one do you use, out of curiosity, Destiny? $95 per month for 1,200 down and 40 up. Ah, it's just so painful. I really hate to hear upload speeds still be that slow. It's 2026. Did I mention Verizon's new TV boxes also run on Android? I'm not surprised. I have better internet, but you have to. It's sad. It's sad how it works, right? So they got the 9070 XT gigabytes version for 740. That's actually a decent deal. The 9800. What? Somebody has to. Price match or Newegg for sure. You can price match Micro Center. 464 is pretty high compared to Micro Center, where they have it for 400 bucks. 40 up. Yeah, absolutely. You know, the crazy thing is, I'm pretty much on the same bandwidth. Like, I think mine's is only a little bit quicker. I'm like 1.2 gigabits download and 50 megabits per second upload. But because I'm on a VPN most of the time, it doesn't really get to experience the full speeds. So I gotta sometimes to really enjoy it, I have to turn it off. I missed the COVID relief government program that was my mom signed up for. Oh wow, yes, that is the absolute meaning of glorious. If you're able to pay only $30 a month for internet, you know, internet shouldn't be that expensive, essentially, because everybody. It's no longer something that you just want. It's something that everybody needs nowadays, especially like when it comes to work. So why treat it as something that is not essential? It's usable though. My download usually runs at 1350. Man, that's insane. 1350. What? But the upload speeds, that's the only thing. Like, for example, for sure, if I had a faster upload, the stream would certainly be a lot more smooth at times. Like, there wouldn't be give me issues if I multi-stream, so to say. If I'm multi-streaming so much, then eventually one of the stream areas will give, whether it's Twitch or TikTok or YouTube. Um, but that's the one real negative thing about upload speeds. Might change to fiber once I get home from working on the road. Yeah, definitely. I would highly recommend it. The internet is now like gas and electric. Yeah, you have to. Like everybody uses it for work pretty much now. The Linksys WRT 1900. That's awesome. I only pay. So yeah, so once the line is not laid back, they're like spending money. Oh wow. So I only pay for gigabit, but with my new. Hey, I would not say a thing. That's awesome. If you're able to get 2.5 gigabits, it was like $30 a month, and I was like on the $60 a month plan. Funny on how the long term customer only kept getting his price raised. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you guys. Okay, I gotta tell you guys a secret, especially for those that's in a contract. All right, get ready to hear this. For anybody that has internet and you're locked into a contract, and this usually always works. Now, what you can do is when your rates go up, if it goes up by like $50, because it goes an insane amount compared to the new rate. But this only will work if there's somebody else that lives in your household. Unfortunately, it won't work unless you have a business or something you can kind of throw it under. But anyway, the point is, you want to, if your rates are just about to go up and you see it, call them and tell them that you don't want the internet anymore and that you're moving out the country, and then just call back in, or just pretty much go on the internet and bundle a new account, but put it under your whoever else, the other member of the household, and that will actually save you money. Yeah, exactly. Just tell them you're moving out the country and they will completely stop trying to sell to you. That's the biggest thing. Tell them that you're moving somewhere crazy. So I can't complain really. I have my server, my PC, 3 of my kids, and a couple TVs constantly going up, and 2 of us are streaming all the time. Right now I'm at 829 download and 32 upload. Depends. Yeah, it's always the time of day. That's the biggest frustration when it comes to speeds. That's the beauty of no long-term. Yeah, if there's no long-term contracts. But Comcast, I swear, man, they love to try to they ram you a new one, especially when it comes to pricing. Like it literally went from they went from $60, and then they tried to charge me $109 a month. And I said, nope, time to move out the country. And now I'm paying $60 again. So I pay for over 100, but I get, hey, that's great. As long as if you're getting quicker speeds, that's all that matters here. I do that every time. You do the same thing, right? Oh man, that's funny. What did they say? They probably were scared to say something. Companies what want guaranteed income. Yeah, and they threaten an early termination fee. But if you leave a month to month, you can exactly. That's the trick. You got to know exactly when to leave. Yes, absolutely. Comcast, they're the worst. They're and the crazy thing is, the whole HOA, like when we were talking about it, like about switching internet, about like buying out Comcast exclusivity rights for this neighborhood. They said that, well, it's not called Comcast anymore. One of them said this. It's not Comcast anymore. It's Xfinity. I'm like, it's still the same. It doesn't matter what they call it. It's you call just because if it's a if it's Comcast, it's Comcast. It's always going to be the same. It's not going to change. Yes, yes, absolutely. My family had Comcast before Verizon. It wasn't too bad until my grandma insists we Vonage. Is that still around? Is Vonage still around? I'm retired, 65 years old guy, and I'm on Social Security. Well, we'll see. Oh man, that's kind of like it. Kind of reminds me of like you might as well just go back to AOL days. Remember AOL, like when that was around? I can get 2 gigabit max fiber for. Oh wow, man, I am envious. I would do that in a heartbeat if I could. Absolutely, if I 100% could, that would be great. Oh man, I remember it just gives me those throwbacks. If anybody had experienced that, man, that was a hell of a time. Oh yeah. And usually they'll consistently call you. Even though you tell them you move out the country, they will attempt to call you still. And you're like, "No, I told you like for the third or fourth time that I'm moving. I can give you some." There you go. The idea of the idea of bondage makes sense, but the fact that they would kill. Yeah, yeah, that was the thing. Quantum fiber goes up to 8 gigabits. Ah man, I would love to have that. That would be absolute beast it. Oh, here goes a set. $379 for some RAM. Some regular Vengeance RAM there, if you guys are looking for it. Not always true Destiny Chipotle. Didn't care when I threatened to go to Qdoba. Remember, if you go to Chipotle though, if you guys remember this too, this didn't happen that long ago. Everybody would go to Chipotle and they would start taking out the camera to act like they were going to upload it to TikTok to show how much portions that Chipotle was given. So they would try to like get them to forcefully give more portions than they were limited to. And back then when Chipotle first opened, they gave pretty much as you wanted. You would say like, "Oh, I want more chicken." Oh, that's not enough. Add a little bit more. But then they got to the point where they started charging everybody for it. So I got an open box motherboard from Newegg, and someone forgot their. Oh, oh, that's awesome. What kind of 1 terabyte drive did you get? I remember doing a raid in Maple Story. Oh, and you know what the funniest thing is? Like when you're in a raid, or if you're in a game, you could hear hello, hello. Oh, cool. I really hope AT&T does it. They marked up the ground here, so I really hope we get some quantum speeds. If I change to fiber, I have to spend times changing all my networks things like Cloudflare NGINX, Unify, and so much. Yeah, no, it is. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be as terrible as you think, to be honest. But I mean, take your time doing it. Tony, what's up? Oh no, I know who this is. Corsair. Imagine if Corsair had internet. If Corsair had their own internet service. If NVIDIA mascot was Olaf, what would Intel? Yeah, that's a good question. AMD would definitely make something. It would definitely not be Olaf. It would be that exact opposite. It would have to be more of a dominant figure, knowing AMD. Or who knows? They might go with like their marketing team too, though. It might be completely something you would never expect, like a turtle or something. People trying to compare prices and portion sizes like 20 years ago. Like, if I don't get 6-pound bowls, I'm being skimped. Everything has gotten smaller and more expensive, especially since COVID. But let's target Chipotle. Yeah, no, it's true. Everything has been getting like proportionally smaller. Like, I would always go to, I would always get Kashi cereal. And if you guys are familiar with Kashi, that's like the high fiber, high protein cereal. And they used to give you a decent sized box, especially you would go to Walmart. You would purchase it for like maybe $5. I think it was like $5 for like a big box, or $6 even. And now, like within the last couple of years, like two years ago, I think it was, they completely downgraded the size of the box. It was literally half. I had the old box next to the new box, and you could see the size difference. And I was like, man, they really skimped out on the sizing, like when it comes to it. Corsair, and it would have at least RGBs, right? Everybody would have to install IQ. Could you imagine that? You have to install IQ to activate the internet. AMD would be Crystal. Oh no. Oh no. Could you They would be so lost. Disney would be absolutely devastated if that happened. That's like their main moneymaker. The cheapest 4TB I saw was a Crucial 710 for $561. Oh, really? Yeah, 20 years ago they had 500. Yes, that is true. Cereal is the prime example. Look at the family size. Yes, and that's what I mean. It's crazy. How's that a family size anymore? Let's see what we can find here. They have free Norton, guys. If you choose the free Norton here. 370. That's the best they can do. And then you have the Iron Wolf NAS drive for $250. Hold on, I paid $705 and I paid for, now it's, yeah, that's what I mean. It's crazy. You'd have to rent a RGB modem from Corsair. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Can you imagine, like, if you stop paying your rent on the modem, would it be like locked up? Would it just turn off the RGBs, or would it just lock up red? No, and you never did. Why don't they make a 32-inch 1440 POLED? That's a good question. They should. They certainly should. Oh, I know I'm like dragging out, like eating my chicken here. Check the food, you know. Free Norton is. Yes. $2 a box, by the way. Let me see. Oh, here we go. 9100. 1 terabyte. That is considered a deal. And you get Norton. Maybe Intel would do Disney's Bolt. That would make sense, actually. That would actually make a lot of sense because the Thunderbolt. I like that one, Destiny. They would certainly like that. The first part I ever bought for a computer was 4 megabytes of RAM for $180. So the memory prices are not that bad. That is true. Well, not really. I have to disagree on that. I feel like they're quite terrible. But I feel like it may be our new normal. And it's, you have to admit, like when you see these $300 to $400 pricing when it comes to RAM, it starts to feel more normal. And I don't like that. And I don't think anybody likes that feeling of looking at RAM and saying, oh, this is just normal pricing. It should absolutely be nowhere near that price. This one's not bad. 64 gigabytes, like, see, there you go. I'm saying not bad, but it's $687.99 for two 32 gigabyte RAM sticks. And then when you click into it, unfortunately, this one does not offer a free processor. Not like G-Skill. G-Skill has the free processor with it, which is crazy. I've never seen kits like that where they have the processor for free when you buy RAM. I know. I agree. Like, there's one I always rave about. The one I always rave about is the ASUS Strix. They have a 4K one. You can actually get it for a deal. Now, these are the OLED ones. Let me see. This one is the one I'm talking about. You can get 4K at 160 hertz for $300. It is a lot. Yeah, it's not bad if you're rich. So when DDR5 memory goes from $100 to $350, yes. And here you go. It's $300 for this, and it's a decent base, and it even has USB-C. So that's also a great feature for anybody that is looking for decent inputs. Let's see if they show it right here. So you take a look under the inputs, and they feature USB-C, has HDMI, and it also has DisplayPort. So if you have an ASUS ROG Ally, you can easily plug it in, or even a Apple MacBook, or a laptop that does feature Thunderbolt, you can plug it in directly to the display. And again, it's a $300 monitor, which is again 4K, and the colors are actually really good on this. So if you're looking just for like a decent 4K monitor and you don't want to spend OLED money, this is certainly a great option to go. I just want the 4K AOG AOS. Oh, really? You have mini LED. Yeah, something like it is really difficult. It's because of the display size too. Yes, it is IPS. Absolutely IPS. Should be 2.1. I'll double check for you guys too. Let me see. Right. Let me go to specs. Yeah, 2.1. Right there, guys. Has 2.1, DisplayPort 1.4, which is really all you need. I paid $400 for a mini L and $800 on sale for the OLED version. So if you guys are interested in this one, I can send you the link. Let me see. and I'll share it with you guys. Let me see. Hopefully it doesn't try to kick me off for doing this. Let me see, copy that and see if I can just find it right here, and then I can paste it for you guys. But this is it here. Yep, this is it. So I'm eating some, right now I'm eating some chicken and Japanese sweet potatoes. So this is like my protein meal that I eat like right after like I go to the gym. So I eat like 3 pieces of chicken breast pretty much and some sweet potatoes. But so if you guys are looking to work out and trying to get that protein, that's it. That's definitely the way to go. Also, let me see. Let's go back here. OLED monitor wise, they actually have a decent one. That's actually cheap. Now the one that they actually sell that's cheap when it comes to ASUS is this. Where is it at? Well, I know it's this one, but it's a little bit more than I remember. $689, and it's open box. They have another one. They haven't. Let me. You know what? Let me check Amazon, because Amazon might have a deal on it. They also have it on Amazon for the same price. Let me see. Yeah, it is this one, the XG27AQDMG. But just to let you guys know, this is also a glossy kind. So if you're looking to go OLED, it is a big difference. If you're wondering like picture quality wise, you got the 9800 XG for 500. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I thought they were going to price the 9850 X3D for 470. And then I thought they were going to drop the price for the 9800 X3D down to 400 because I feel like that makes the most sense. But but the way they did the pricing, personally, I didn't like it. I feel like it didn't make sense. Oh. What's the difference in OLEDs? Like, what does glossy? Oh, okay. So, what it means when they talk about glossy and matte, when it comes to displays, they'll have a glossy display will look shiny practically. So it's going to be pretty much like anything that reflects light. It's going to reflect off of the screen and pretty much directly reflect back to you. So you're going to get some sort of glare pretty much. So when you get glare, you pretty much know that screen is glossy, but it does give you more concentrated and better colors because it reflects the colors in a much clearer sight. So compared to a matte screen, which is going to be kind of like a more like of a flat, kind of very flat. So when you shine light to it, it doesn't reflect. You might see like a little bulb, like a little circle, but it doesn't reflect as heavily as it does on glossy. So that is what the matte display is. And they also have semi-glossy, which is the in-between. Now, a lot of the newer displays, they do offer glossy displays, but the newer tech, like the newer glossy displays, have the technology in there to be as non-reflective. So I meant the nano IPS, but they are too much for me. I thought it was OLED. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. And that's the thing that OLED's the cheapest that they have for OLED is probably this one, I can say. I know the motherboard is one, and Intel i7 270 is pretty much ties in gaming on the 9800 X3D. Really? Oh, wow. I'm excited to get it. And just to inform everybody in the chat, if you haven't heard, we will be going live this upcoming Saturday. We will be going to Micro Center to go ahead and make the purchase of the 270K. Hopefully we can get our hands on it. There's rumors though. There's current rumors out there saying that they are very low in supply. Hopefully that is not true. But we will find out once we go to Micro Center that Saturday. If I do pre-order it, of course I'll let the roundtable know that if it is pre-ordered, that pretty much gives us a lock on getting the processor. We are also getting other hardware that is required for the build for Project Oris, which is going to be, we're going to look for a power supply. That's going to be Lee, and same thing with the CPU cooler. And also the ASRock build, we are also going to get some components for that build as well. So the dark room is great for glossy, pretty much. Yeah, yes. No problem at all. Do you think it's worth trying to return it and get the 9850? Okay, did you open it? Is it installed in your PC? Not that it really matters, but I mean, you could return it if you feel safe to do so. Oh, and I'm sorry, the time on Saturday will be 10 a.m. Eastern time. And I will certainly let you guys know before the hour that I stream. And of course, if you are a member of the channel, or if you're or you're part of Twitch, there will be it will be a live 30 minutes before then. So it'll be at 9:30 for you guys. The full public stream of Micro Center will start at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern and 9:30 a.m. So I was able to find the let me answer this real quick. So now, how does mini LED compare to OLED? Oh, okay. So the difference between mini LED and OLED is it's pretty much still the same in the sense of that it's IPS. So when you're using mini LED, the colors are very precise as well. But the colors are not as true as OLED. It doesn't get perfect blacks or perfect whites, so to say. But OLED, it will completely match the color with no issue. Of course, there's different problems other people do get concerned about OLED, such as heat. And heat is the large problem when it comes to, what's the word for it? Burn-in. So that can happen on OLED still if the monitor doesn't have the tech in it. But luckily, now, burn-in is a lot less likely to happen. It happens more so when you are gaming in, say, HDR, because it's a bit heavier of a load for the monitor. Same thing, believe it or not, it's a bit more stressful when you're editing on an OLED monitor than it is gaming, because gaming you're constantly moving. If you're editing, it's more so the same screen still. So that's the biggest difference between the two. So Nano IPS monitor delivers, yes, and that's another thing. That is another thing I forgot to mention. Yes, it also is much more brighter. Of course, the newer generations of OLED, they're up to Gen 4 now when it comes to OLED. So they're getting better, but of course it's not going to match the brightness of something like a IPS display. No. Sorry for being late, but who is offering? Oh, okay. The Micro Center I will be headed to is going to be the Miami location. Now over there, so the Intel 285K with RAM, that's not at Micro Center. That was a Newegg deal, which I can certainly show you. Let me see. Let me pull that up for you. It was this deal right here. I'll paste it so you guys can see it. It was right here. So you take a look at that. That was the Newegg deal that they had. Unfortunately, they do not have the deal anymore. Believe it or not, it's sold out like within the first day. Or they did it by accident. Not sure what happened, but obviously that is a awesome deal to nab if you were able to grab it. So on my updated pre-built, I run a 912 Gen and a 9070 XT. Oh, nice. I originally paid $4070, which is awesome. So for which monitor would be better for sunlight, obviously would be the matte display. So if you have a large window that's displaying directly on your monitor, you would prefer matte. Now, of course, the argument is the colors aren't going to be as great as it is on glossy. Yes, that's true. But how much will the light actually bother you when you're staring at the screen? So there's good reason why it's anti-reflective. Of course, they have the new OLEDs where they also have that anti-reflective coat, but it won't be the same as a matte display. QD mini LED is what I really have good on blacks. It is good on blacks, but it's not nearly as good as OLED, I have to say. Yes, you will see some, and that's the thing, you'll see some sort of backlight when it comes to it. Ernesto, oh man, yes, awesome. Join in on Micro Center, but you'll be, of course, at your location, your Arizona location. I love the glossy. Get yourself a good curtain. That's true. That is true. If you want to install a curtain, you're more than welcome to. What? That makes no sense. Yes, so people say glossy finish is more reflective but has sharper. Yeah, and it's true. It does. That's because the matte kind of, you have to think of it like this. That matte display is kind of blocking the color from, how do I say? From kind of blocking the color signal because it's not able to show you the full brightness. Think of it like, you know, like if you had a flashlight and you just put like a, kind of like a matte paper on top of it. Think of it like that. That's exactly what it's doing. So if you got a clear one, obviously the flashlight would be able to transition much more clearly through it, right? So you have to think of it like that. That's exactly what's happening behind the screen. King Helios, what's going on? Yes, free to 85K if you purchase this G-Skill 64GB RAM kit. I just saw a post on Reddit where they got clearance for a 5060 Ti, 8GB. Matt, yeah, I hear it. A lot of people hate them, the whole matte display. But I gotta say, like, it's not really as bad as people make it seem to be. So if you do get a matte display, don't really feel too bad. Obviously, you can get them for better deals and everything. The color will still be nice, but obviously it won't be nearly as nice as it is on a glossy display. So that's like the biggest thing to watch for. But yeah, like I was saying, like the good thing is this monitor itself is glossy, so you're able to actually, you know what's crazy? I just really think about this. This is $657, and I still can't get my head over that. Like how this RAM is still more than this monitor. You could get yourself an OLED monitor, and it wouldn't cost, and it would still be cheaper than 64GB of RAM. Oh yeah, side by side, it would absolutely make a difference between the two. So, and just think of it like that. I wish I had something set up for you guys to demonstrate it, because then I would tell you, just if you just want to get an idea, just get like a flashlight and put like a paper that's not so clear, kind of like a matte finish, versus something that's glossy. And glossy will tend to reflect again, because it's going to not only just reflect through the screen, but it also kind of doubles up the brightness, because it's kind of transitioning through it twice because of the reflection. Matte attempts to, but it's still very flat. Honestly, I've been accustomed to the fact that this RAM short. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. Everybody's getting used to the fact that this RAM shortage is, like, unfortunately, 32GB for $400 doesn't seem so bad anymore. No, excuse me. Let's just hope it's not true what ASUS says. Because apparently within the next quarter, ASUS is saying that, specifically in the Asia region, that they're saying that it can go up to 25 to 30% more. Look at this nice display. Makes me want to click it. Simple blade. This is pretty nice. 120 hertz though. This is a decent display for watching, and that's it. Let me see. And of course, Acer Predator is one of those underrated monitors, but they're usually matte, just to let you guys know. So the Acer monitor here, this one specifically is usually matte, not this one. My ASUS has a glossy screen, but it's not glossy enough. I remember you also have your, and Tony, I remember yours is the 4K version too as well, right? The OLED version. I'm also getting accustomed to looking. Yeah, yeah. You know, I think a lot of people are that way. You know, the crazy thing is, I'm surprised I haven't thrown a poll up there. And let me throw a poll up there for you guys real quick. Yeah, and let me ask you. This is what I'll ask. I'll say, are you? Is pricing stopping you from purchasing PC hardware? So you can either vote yes, 1 or 2, which is yes or no. 1 for yes and 2 for no. And then from there, I would love to know, is the price stopping you? Or are you starting to get used to it? Are you starting to get used to that pricing? I'm a 34-inch ultra-wide Alienware glossy. Oh, that's a nice display. Oh, okay. Because I remember were you debating between the ASUS monitor, right? They had me until the words. I know. And that's the thing. Everything has thrown with AI. I just don't get it. Everything is way overused. Interesting. Do you think the Apple Neo and the RAM pricing that Microsoft will start trimming memory? Not necessarily. I think Apple Neo is practically a big phone, just with Mac OS. You hear from the other side of the pond. I'm happy to get a RAM. I got it for new egg for $80. Can be flipped for. Oh, awesome. Thank you for coming in, Destiny. Appreciate you as always. So that's interesting. So the pricing of PC hardware hasn't really stopped anymore. Is there a limit? Okay, so I'll throw up the next poll then. I'm going to say, is there a limit for it? So far we got 33.3% that says yes. So we're going to go ahead and ask the next question here. Is there a, I should say, is there a cap for purchasing RAM? And you can feel free to vote. Not purchasing RAM, I should put hardware. Purchasing hardware. Of course there's a cap for, there we go, hopefully that fixed it. So is there a cap for purchasing hardware? I just honestly hope these RAM prices keep going up so developers, yes. Yeah, they have to. That's the thing. That's the biggest issue. If RAM prices continuously be expensive, they have to optimize these games. That's the card I bought for it. $620 through the Challenger. It's a great, absolutely. Interesting. Yes. So far we got 100% yes. What would your cap be? Out of curiosity, what would the cap be? No one can afford more than 8 gigabytes of RAM, so stop making 6. That is true. I was scrolling through my camera roll, and the other day I came across on the screenshot of Twitter notification for MSI. Oh yeah, you know, I still have that drive. Gen 4 2 TB SSD from early 2025 for, wow. It's crazy. When you see that price, it's like you have to buy it now. It's so crazy when you think about it, because technically you could have bought SSD and you could have bought RAM for under 200 bucks. Or maybe slightly over. 4K is the cap I consider logical. At least for non-productivity hardware. Makes sense. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Thank you for always coming in, Ernesto. I do agree. And it just makes more sense. 4K is absolutely logical. It's hard to justify spending $8,000 on PC hardware. I honestly played story games in 4K with 4070 and it did pretty good with the frames. You know, the thing is, I think they do so well in marketing that it makes people feel like they have to spend more than what is necessary. Like, so, again, like, for some reason, you look at the RTX 5090, again, great card, still one of the best and the most powerful cards out there. But people still purchase it, even if they don't need all that power. And then, how do you think they would feel if they found out that they could get the same exact power out of, say, a RTX 5070 Ti? That wasn't that much of a frame difference between the two. Like I've said before, I paid $180 in taxes for 2 terabytes. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's pretty much like a crazy investment there. I was upset that I couldn't buy a 5090 for it. And a lot of people are like that right now. A lot of people would certainly purchase a 5090 for $2,000 at MSRP if they could. I would tell somebody if they have a 4070. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. If they had it, if they had a 1440p display, just get it. Honestly, it wouldn't make that much of a difference to them. And they would realize that actually spending anything more would just be an absolute waste of money. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, that is true. That is true in that. So, unless you're building a server virtualization hub, which I want to do, but I don't have 10K. Yeah, machine learning. Has anybody actually experimented with machine learning yet? Out of curiosity, has anyone has been interested in doing any type of machine learning or into some sort of LLM? Out of curiosity. Oh yeah, for sure. I come around 4K, but they're way better off at 1440p. Ah, TikTok just kicked me off. Oh well. I'll shut that one down. Yeah, it's so weird, the TikTok server. By the way, are the prices of flash drives also going up? Yes, they are going up. And even like your standard hard drives, they're even getting more expensive. So you take a look, like if you wanted to build an NAS system, and you're to get a hard drive, like a regular hard drive, they're just as expensive. 20 terabytes is $500, which is absolutely insane. That's nearly double the price that it originally was. It's a shame that 4 terabytes seems like a deal, which it really isn't. Even my struggles at 4K, I need to use FrameGen to get up over 100 frames. You know what the crazy thing is? Wait till DLSS 5 drops. Can you imagine? And it's crazy too that Hal Jensen just kind of backtracked on his words a little bit about saying that, you know, he doesn't like AI slop either. All of a sudden, at first he was super defensive, saying, they don't understand, they're wrong. Everybody's wrong about DLSS 5. It's the greatest thing ever. And then literally a day after, he's like, oh, I didn't mean what I said. I don't like AI slop either. Yeah, that is true. It can. Now, 1080p still looks great. It just depends on the size of your display. I feel you would only notice a difference if it's on a larger display too. At least in my region, hard drive prices are not that bad. A 4 terabyte costs $95. Oh, really? Flash drive still. Oh, that's actually decent. 128 gigabytes in our region here, I've seen is roughly about $20 now, which is crazy. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. You know the funny thing is, I'm gonna come out with a video of that, like what would technically be what you would need. You would need insane specifications to be able to run the LSS 5. Especially if it's like the next generation type of deal. Expect you to have expect the new GPUs to be quite hefty. They're gonna be heavy and they're gonna be big. They might not be quite as lengthy. They might be quite widthy. They might have a much larger width to it. No, no. I doubt the 5090 Ti would come into fruition. I really highly doubt that. Imagine a 5090 on a 1080p. Yeah. I know. That is true. Technically, you could run on 1080p for as long as the life of whatever game comes out. It will last a minute. But you know what the craziest thing is in our society? We're more like for some reason we have to have the best tech. You're gonna be doing good to get a 6000 series. It's gonna be hell trying to get that too. I know for everyone, even for us, like trying to contact the brands. The LSS 5 for 8K worth of GPU weighing 8. Oh wow, yeah, yeah. Quadruple fans is gonna be standard. Like every GPU is gonna look like an Astral. You know what's sad is that games kind of suck so bad. Now you just have to look for good visuals. That is true. Out of curiosity, has anybody played Desert Crimson? Like, what are your thoughts of it? Like, it was a nice changeover. I gotta say, when I got to play Resident Evil, it was a nice little change. I kind of miss that. Just like a decent game with decent graphics and not power hungry. And remember how they were saying that Resident Evil Requiem was going to be this power hungry game, and it wasn't. I guess I'm not that smart. Is framework? No, it's not. Damn that lip smacking, bro. How long are you gonna be? I'll come back when you're done. Oh, I apologize. Is it that clear? I watched the reviews, and I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale for like a year. I play. So, okay. What about the. But I'm excited though for Horizon 6. That's going to be dope. I've been waiting for a year like this. I am. I should, right? Well, I eat a big plate, to be fair. It's a massive sweet potato plus 3 chicken breast. This. I agree with this. Absolutely. Half-Life 3. It better come out soon. I was hoping to see it at the Game Awards, but it never happened. For the last 2 years. Oh man. Nice. What's featured with that version? Out of curiosity. What is featured? Because the biggest thing is I'm a, yeah. You know, I haven't played racers in so long. I kind of miss like the old school stuff too. Oh, extra car. What kind of cars? Well, yeah. You know what the crazy thing is? I wonder what the whole thing is going to happen with Cam 2. Because Cam 2 was a big thing, but I'm not sure how that's going to take off anymore. I miss Need for Speed though. Like the old school Need for Speed. That's what they got to bring back. Kind of like the underground. And there was supposedly a rumor that Midnight Club is supposed to have like a new version. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Absolutely agree with this. That's what I miss. But everything turned into like actual racing, you know? Forza was like the exception though. It was still circuit, but you still had the cars you would love to race with. And then you could do such great things like put different engines that you've always dreamed of putting into a car. Oh, really? 4 days early. That's massive. That's a good selling point. Did you get it through Steam too? Or did you get it through Microsoft? Oh, okay. There gotta be decent cars. Two expansion kits. I'm finally finished, guys. All right, let's look it up real quick. You bought it on Steam. Okay. So Ryzen 6 expansion. Here we go. Okay, so this is what you get. You get up to 4 days early access, right? And you get expansion 2, VIP membership, time attack car pack, Italian passion car pack, and well, that's interesting. Oh, here it goes. So you get you pretty much get the Ferrari J50 as a pre-order bonus. And then you can get for VIP membership. It doesn't say. I guess they want to surprise everybody. It just tells you 4 extra cars if you get the Italian Passion car pack, and then you get the time attack cars, which is 8 extra cars, and then you also get the so you get new locations, extra cars, new location, extra cars. That's pretty dope, actually. That's decent. And so it was $120 for the full out package. I love the 24-hour Amaz actually spelled wrong by AI on Dreamcast. What's up, Santo? Great to see you. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad you were able to. That's going to be quite the experience. Now my question is, do you use a wheel? Do you actually use a wheel for the game? I was just talking to a buddy of mine. He said that he might use G27. He has to dust it off though. The Logitech G27, which is, let's see. Right here. They might not even sell it anymore. He did say dust it all, so it's probably been older. Everyone has their favorite types of games that they will spend money on. Absolutely. Now my question is, like, if you play Horizon, I joined Discord, but I can't make any. So let me just show you guys to answer Tony's question here. If anyone does join in Discord and you have issues, the first thing you have to do, I'll show you on live so you guys can see exactly what you guys got to do. So you go up here, up to here, to Chris Mizo's fan band, which is right there. And then you're just going to go to the top where it says rules. It's kind of hidden. I don't like how they have it on Discord. I wish it was a bit more obvious. I need to maybe put some sort of emoji there or something to make it pop out more. But you click rules, and then once you go into rules, then you can go down to the bottom here where there's a green check mark. Just hit the green check mark, and that will allow all the servers will pop up then. And since you're a member, I will, once you get access, let me know. And then I will make sure to put you into the round table too. For the members, they'll have access to this little panel here. You'll be, if you're not a member, it's cool. You'll still be able to access pretty much everything. It's just the members just have this access to just this one extra channel, which is called the members round table. So let me know when you join in. And so you got the G29. I gotcha. The G29. Let's see. Oh, that's dope. You know, this tempts me because I would love to see what it's like. How much of a different experience is it? You just got to play from pretty much from the driver's perspective. You can't play in a third person perspective. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely post it. Would love to see it. That username. That username is uh very interesting. Yeah, let me know when you join in. See if it's a popped in or not. I'll try to find you too. Let's see, man updates. Where's it at? Yeah, so if you join in, let me know. And I will look for you. So you can play any way you want, but normally with getting 48% tax on hardware imports because someone yeah. Fortunately, pricing is expensive on everything. Just feels more natural. Yeah, I would think so. My biggest thing is I would love to get the actual. I would love to drive stick shift if I could. Like, do you actually have this, the shifter? I would be really curious. How that would feel. That's got to feel pretty wild. I'm not a car person, but hey, the idea of beating people and yes, absolutely. That would be hilarious. Hopefully you got in, Tony. I'm really so you do. So what's it like? Is it true? Is it like true to life? I know it doesn't probably feel like a car. It sort of does. Um, does it give you kind of let's see. I just wonder how it feels driving. So the pedals are adjustable. Let's see. It feels similar. Ah, yeah, definitely got to experience it. You know what? I got to give it a shot. I will look at this. Well, let me go to Logitech. See what they have here. You know what? The crazy ones are like how they got the bucket seat and everything with it too. Let me see. Why is it on webcams here? Let me go back. Mm. Not like a 70 Chevelle. Oh, okay, okay. That makes more sense. Let's see. Stands and mounts. PC game. I guess it would fall on their PC game controller. So the G920 is what they're on now. I'll bet this is sold by Tech Edge. Yeah, definitely share. Would love to know more. I have to look into more of these like wheels out of curiosity. The farm simulator, what the hell? That's got to be like some sort of like heavy equipment. Yeah, that is funny. I know. Yeah, that's crazy. I could see why they get expensive. So, fam, guys, I'll be just logging off this stream here. I guess Twitch is eating my messages over. Oh, are they? Oh no. What is Twitch doing today? Oh yeah, yeah. So, fam, guys, I gotta say, I will be getting off the stream, and I just want to let everybody know that everybody is more than welcome to join in on the Micro Center stream on Saturday. Again, it'll be 10 a.m. I'll post it up again, once again, and I'll also let everybody know on Discord. I'll let everybody know on YouTube. Feel free to join in. It's going to be 10 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday. It will be the 28th we will be going. I put a picture. Oh, yeah, sure. I'll definitely take a look at it. Let me see. Oh, there you go. I see you. Awesome. And before we go, this is the height case, right? This looks like Height's case right here, which I'll show everybody here. Let me get that right there. That's it. His PC case. Let me bring it down some so everyone can see it, especially in the mobile aspect. I know it might be a little bit tough to see it. There we go. But that's it. Nice case. I really like your setup here. Looks clean. That is sick. That is a beautiful build, though. But thanks for sharing, Tony. I'll make sure to throw you onto the members list here. And everybody that's joining in, just to let everybody know, we will be going live once again on Micro Center, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully, I see you guys there. We will certainly have a lot of fun. And thank you guys so much for coming into the stream. And hopefully, we see you on Saturday. Thanks again, and have a great night or morning, depending where you are. No problem. Thanks again, everybody.